Have you ever stopped to think that supporting a child today molds the future of tomorrow? Every smile, every lesson, every act of kindness is a seed planted for a better world. But how do we turn this vision into action? Discover now how small acts can change lives and inspire generations. Follow Tito's message next.
See the promise of the future in children. Supporting initiatives that promote their well-being is essential. Treat every child as a divine promise. Entrepreneur, when creating your products, guarantee quality and safety, caring for physical and mental health. Facilitate access by offering diverse options. Contribute to the reintegration of children in need, setting an example of generosity. In a healthy life, children represent tomorrow and deserve special attention for their physical and cognitive needs. But how do you apply this daily? Hear the story Apollos is about to share and reflect. What can you do today to be part of this transformation?
Sara, a 30-year-old entrepreneur who owned a small toy factory called Play and Learn, had a routine of walking in the municipal park every morning before starting her workday. It was a ritual that helped her organize her thoughts and find inspiration for her work. That spring morning, while watching the children play, her gaze was caught by a singular scene: a girl about 9 years old, sitting alone on a bench, absorbed in reading a science book. The child, dressed in simple but well-kept clothes, seemed unaware of the world, as if those pages held secrets only she could decipher. Curious, Sara approached and sat beside the girl, maintaining a respectful distance. "What an interesting book," she commented with a smile. The girl, named Sophia, looked up, surprised but not frightened. "It's about the solar system." "That's wonderful. Why are you looking at the solar system?" Sara asked. Sophia replied, showing an illustration of a planet. "I want to be a scientist when I grow up." Those bright eyes, full of curiosity, touched Sara deeply. She realized that Sophia was not just reading, she was dreaming. But there was something more. While talking, Sara discovered that Sophia attended a public school on the city's outskirts, where resources were scarce. "We don't have many books in the library," the girl confessed. "And the school's toys are all broken." Sara felt a lump in her throat. As an entrepreneur, she knew her business had the potential to make a difference, but until then, her focus had been only on the factory's survival. Back at Play and Learn, Sara gathered her team to share Sophia's story. "We need to do more than sell toys," she said. "We need to create products that inspire, that teach, and that are accessible to all children." However, the challenge was huge: how to produce educational, safe, and durable toys without raising costs so high they would be inaccessible to low-income families. The team discussed ideas for hours. The designer, Peter, suggested using lower-cost virgin plastics like polypropylene, cheaper woods, foams, and rubber that could be used to create interlocking parts. "We will seek partnerships with companies that can offer better costs to reduce expenses." And the production engineer proposed simplifying the design to speed up production without compromising quality. "We can create assembly kits that stimulate creativity and learning," she suggested. Sara thought of another obstacle: how to ensure the toys reached the children who needed them most. She remembered a social project that assisted vulnerable children. "What if we donate part of the production to schools?" The team agreed, but more than donations was needed. A sustainable model was required. In the time that followed, Sara and her team worked hard on the goals they set. They adapted and developed a diversified line of educational toys, such as puzzles focusing on simple scientific principles. This was done to reduce costs. Sara also decided to create a program called Playing is Learning, where the factory's production donations would be accompanied by workshops in public schools. "We will teach children to play while they learn," she explained. "These will be our personal donations." The team was overjoyed. The group's desire was to foster hope. She visited Sophia's school and proposed the school become a pilot project. The factory would donate toys and materials, and the teachers would apply development activities using the toys' pedagogical inserts. "We want the children to see that their dreams are possible," Sara told the school principal. Sophia was one of the first to receive one of the science kits produced by the factory. When Sara gave her the gift, the girl could not contain her emotion. "Now my readings will have shapes," she exclaimed. Sara invited Sophia and all the other children to visit the factory, where they could learn about science, art, and entrepreneurship. In the workshops, Sophia blossomed. She began helping other children, explaining scientific concepts with surprising clarity. She was born to teach, Sara thought proudly. The girl who once read alone in the park was now encouraging her peers, sharing her knowledge confidently. 6 months later, Sophia's school organized a science fair. Sara was invited to participate as a judge. Upon arriving, she saw Sophia presenting a project on solar energy, using a kit developed by Play and Learn. The girl spoke with such enthusiasm that she captivated everyone. "I want to be like Sara when I grow up," Sophia said, pointing to the entrepreneur. "I want to create things that help people." Sara felt her effort had been worthwhile. It wasn't just about toys or a factory. It was about planting seeds, seeds of knowledge, self-esteem, and hope. Sara and Sophia's story did not end there. The Play and Learn factory became a benchmark for educational toys, and the Playing is Learning program expanded to other schools. Sara received letters from parents and teachers thanking her for the impact on their communities. But the greatest satisfaction was having students like Sophia, who dreamed of being a scientist, now having better tools to dedicate themselves to their dreams. And Sara? She learned that entrepreneurship is not just about profit, but about purpose. At the end of the day, as she walked through the park to clear her mind, Sara smiled. Children are indeed the promise of the future, she thought. And it is up to us to water that seed every day. Sometime after the science fair ended, Sara and Sophia's story gained visibility. A local newspaper published an article about the Playing is Learning project, highlighting how the factory was changing children's lives through educational toys and social actions. "It's not just a business, it's a movement," the reporter wrote. What Sara did not expect was the impact of this recognition. In the following days, she began receiving calls from parents, schools, and even other companies interested in partnerships. A chain of educational toy stores reached out, proposing national distribution of Play and Learn products. "We want to support what you are doing," said the commercial director. "This is entrepreneurship with purpose." But the most surprising call came from a large technology company that was looking for innovative projects to support. They offered an investment to scale production and bring the educational toys to more children nationwide. "You are not just selling toys, you are building citizens," they said. An emotional Sara gathered her team to celebrate the proposal. "This is not just about growing," she reflected. "It's about showing that it's possible to do well and do good at the same time." With the investment, they could hire more employees, improve the factory structure, and expand the social program. The next morning, the gathered team gave thanks for the blessings received during their journey with the success of the developed programs. Now, Tito invites us to reflect on how faith and generosity can guide our actions. Follow in the next frame how the Bible teaches us to care for children and build a better world.
When challenges clearly highlight the joy of a good project, they cause a feeling of enthusiasm and satisfaction that propels and clarifies the path that would certainly please the Lord. By using our experience and aptitudes to open paths for the little ones, we draw closer to the Lord's desires. Let's confirm with the 3 passages I want to share with you. Jesus teaches that children are examples of purity and faith in passage 1, Matthew chapter 19 verse 14. "Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." By welcoming them, we make space for love and hope. Sara, listening to Sophia, understood that her role was not just to manufacture toys, but to create opportunities for children like her to dream and grow. We will find in passage 2, Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6, "Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old they will not turn from it." This clearly tells us that investing in children's education and well-being is ensuring a solid future for them. Sara applied this principle by developing toys that stimulate learning and creativity, helping to form conscious and responsible adults. Reaching passage 3, James chapter 1 verse 27 says, "Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world." This is general content for our guidance that Sara followed with generosity and compassion. These are essential attitudes. Sara reached out to Sophia and other children, showing that true wealth lies in serving one's neighbor. Now, Apollos invites us to reflect, how can we be seeds of change in our communities? Follow the final reflection and discover how to apply these teachings in your life.
The story of Sara and Sophia teaches us a valuable lesson about the power of our present actions to shape the future. The future is not something we simply wait for, but something we build with our daily choices. Every child we encounter on our path is, in fact, a divine promise, an opportunity that God gives us to make a difference. Like Sara, who dedicated herself with love and generosity, we have the capacity to nurture that promise, offering not just what is necessary, but the best of ourselves. If this video touched your heart, help us carry this message forward. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next reflections. Your support is fundamental for us to continue sharing stories that inspire and transform. And don't forget, in the description, you will find a sociological focus on today's topic. See you soon, and may God bless your steps. Let us also consider that when we invest in the growth and development opportunities of future generations, we are not just transforming the life of an individual, but impacting an entire society. Today's reflection invites us to look around us and ask, who are the Sophias in my life? Who are the children who, like Sophia, are seeking support, example, love, and opportunities? And even more importantly, how can I be a true agent of change in their lives, and in the lives of everyone who crosses my path? If this video inspired you, there is another on the screen now that will deepen your reflection on the power of small actions. Thank you for being part of Think Strong. Together, we will continue to cultivate a better future. Until next time.